going up.
Come in, Bill Murray. Over.
Jimmy.
What are you doing, Bill? Did you fall asleep? I got cut off.
No, I didn't fall asleep. I'm tragically awake.
This is very early for you.
Well, it's pretty early, yeah.
Pretty early. All right, here we go. Bill, they're saying all kinds of nice things about you. You know, the press is saying nice things. Hollywood is saying nice things. Did the check finally clear?
It seems like something. I must have washed some cars in my sleep. I don't know why they're all being so nice.
They are being nice, but I've always been nice.
Well, you're okay.
Yeah,
I'm cool. We're cool.
I'm a Bill Murray fan club member.
We're cool.
But you did do a good job in this movie, but it's like they haven't seen some of the other things before. You know, Mad Dog and Glory, there's been a bunch of movies that you've been excellent in a dramatic role.
Well, this is probably just this is a quirky movie, you know. I agree with you. I think Mad Dog and Glory was a really fun movie, also interesting movie. This one's just quirky, and it comes at a time when there's a sort of, maybe there's a little bit sameness, you know, and it has an original feeling that in the market where it just looks so different, and it's executed so differently.
Well, I know we were in New York together, and you were getting ready to move down to Houston to do this movie. Did you? Why did you say yes to this? Did you just kind of like the script and thought it was quirky and thought you'd be cool?
The script is great. You know, I never dreamed that you know, you're going to get so much notice for it, but you know, you just do the ones you like. This script was so precisely written; they knew what they wanted to make. I just felt I felt very comfortable in their hands. You know, I'd never seen Bottle Rocket, their previous film, which many people tell me about all the time. But it's you know, I knew they were going to be good. You know, and they had great people working with them too. They had a really talented group. It was really an eye-opening experience to realize that people that could be so talented and work for so much less money than a lot of the movies I work on.
You know, we're seeing a lot of our favorite people who are funny do serious roles. Robin Williams, of course, and then you know, doing this one. Do you find that I get the impression for you and Robin, it's really easier for you guys to play a part like this than to try to be, you know, so expected to be funny in every frame?
Well, I've always maintained that it's easier to make people cry than make them laugh.
Absolutely.
Not that we were trying to make people cry in this one, but I just think it's easier to play to, you know, that sadness is so much easier to evoke in people because they're closer to it most of the time.
That's true.
Yeah.
They call you, the producer of this movie, by the way, called your acting unsentimental. I've never heard that description before. What does that mean?
Well, I try always to be unsentimental. I really do not like sentimentality in any shape or form. I like emotion. Emotion is necessary. We need it. We have to have it. But I think sentimental it drags me down. It makes me, I lose interest in whatever it is I'm watching if it becomes sentimental. And as far as acting being unsentimental, I don't like when people take a sort of a maudlin approach to it. It's like the fact that they are having an emotion is so, you know, they make so important, you know, that you know, you want to take a, you know, you want to blow their brains out, really. You want to just put them to sleep.
What kind of movies do you like? I don't think I've ever asked you that before. I mean, if you're in a hotel room stuck somewhere, do you watch like everything, or do you have something in particular, a kind of movie that you enjoy?
Adult movies.
Good.
No, what kind of movies do I enjoy in movies? Well, okay, I got, what I like is...
movies, but at home.
Yeah. No, at home I've got one of those little tiny satellite dishes, and the greatest network now is this Turner Classic channel. I think it's 220 on the dial, and it's they have great movies all the time, and I just go right through that movie. There's a bank of about 20 channels in a row that's just movies, and I like to watch all the old movies. They're really great, you know. And if you can get like a greatest hits of any country, you know, to watch their movies, those are great movies to watch. But I think the movies. You know, that era, the great black and white movies where they were pounding them out, you know, where people made 3-4 movies a year. Nowadays, we look at that as like a mental illness, you know, to work that much.
Would you ever see any of those movies and say, I would have fit into that movie, you know, if you had been born 50 years earlier?
Well, sure. Yeah, there's some that I wish I could have done, and there's some even more so in the generation after that. But the movies where they spoke real rat-a-tat-tat, where they really spoke quickly, and you know, the characters were they wore them loosely, you know, in the same way that I was taught to wear a character like a raincoat, something you can take on. It's not a heavy, you know, burden to wear, and you know, and your own self comes from within. I like that kind of stuff where they work, you know, and you see guys like Cooper and Stewart, and they weren't burdened by the character. There was their own self working, you know.
You know, if you get lucky, or I'm not sure the word's lucky because I don't know, I won't use the word lucky, but let's say that you get nominated for an Oscar. Is that going to like freak you out going down the red carpet on that night?
Well, that's a good question. That's the first thing that occurred to me when I started getting all this notice was, gosh, I hope I don't become like a wreck, you know, over this thing. You know, because I always joked about, you know, the Academy recognizing my work and all that kind of stuff. But to think that, you know, I'm going to get nuts over this thing, you know, I'll hate myself if I do. I really will, because I've always despised people that took it so damn seriously that they became a wreck over it. I don't know if I'm going to have to...
Imagine Joan Rivers screaming at you, what are you wearing? And you'll probably have to wear a Pampers or something that night.
Well, if Joan Rivers starts screaming at you, you have to have some sort of backup. That's for sure.
Well, you'll know that's coming in advance this time. Carry a baseball bat.
I don't know. I mean, Joan Rivers should be stopped, but I don't think she should be hit with a baseball bat, do you?
Well, threatened. Maybe threatened. After her Golden Globe performance, maybe a threatening thing. Baseball season is just around the corner. Do you have any particular high hopes for that this year? You going to make any money?
Am I going to make any money?
Yeah, on your minor league thing.
Oh, well,
because Garth Brooks is supposed to play baseball, you know, this year.
Is he?
Yeah, he's supposed to go out with the San Diego minor league team.
Oh, well, all right. Well, I like Garth Brooks okay. Well, I don't know if he can play, but that's good. Anybody that, you know, if it gets him off the road, that's good.
That's a good thing.
Because the road kills. You know, you got to get off the road.
Well, were you a proponent? Would you think it was a good thing that Michael Jordan went out for baseball? Or would you just kind of say he was showboating?
You know, baseball is the most fun sport to play. To play minor league baseball is, you know, it's absolute hoot. You know, you can have more fun. And Michael Jordan had more fun playing minor league baseball than he ever had playing basketball, I think. I mean, it's really a fun life. You know, I'm sure he wished he could have done it a little better. Even to stay in the minor leagues for a few years would have been really fun for him, I know.
Well, Garth is a pretty good hitter. He's not so great on his feet running around. I think they may try to play him in maybe right field, but I don't think he can run that fast.
Well, if he can really hit, you don't have to run that fast. You only got to run 90 feet at a pop, you know, and with training he can do that. But
well, that's what he's supposedly going to do.
I'm more concerned about Major League Baseball. I think it really, you know, they may have just priced themselves out of existence, and we may end up losing baseball teams because of it.
Well, I hope not. Well, good luck to you, Bill. I hope we see you on Oscar night. I mean, that would be a great thing. I'd be personally very happy about that. But regardless, it's a great role, and I'm glad people are finally realizing that you know how to be serious as well as funny.
Thanks, Jimmy. And I appreciate the fact that you've been very nice to me over the years.
Well, I certainly have. See you later, Billy.
All right. See you later. Bye.